Like Paul Bale sitting jealous in his bathrobe, or Stephen Christ looking sly in his dim light, Orphan Red on her bed flashing gang signs, or Mark Sargent from a game design standpoint. Like Rain Griffin's interpretive dances, Pat Steer's fake smiles and furtive glances, Powerland's weird songs and rambling rants are like John LeBon, always changing his stance. The shill M.O., it's always the same. Take the flat earth P-word and make it so lame that it stays taboo and avoided like the plague. So it seems like you're trolling and just playing a game. Mix some misinformation and you're ready to play. Put flat earth in the title and your shills get paid. It's as easy as that. Just Google Hangouts all day. Keep it kosher and bash on Eric Dubay.
Well, guys, I can only describe the first section of this on Matt Powerland as bizarre. I mean, really bizarre. So let's cue up the music and listen to Eric Dubay imitate Matt Powerland. I think it's a new classic.
Has been responsible for this global deception, and a simple Google search of Judaism and Freemasonry will satisfy anyone of the fact that world Freemasonry is 100% beholden to, originates from, and maintained by world Jewry.
Hey there, Patricia. It's nice to be on your show. First of all, I just wanted to, let me just check and make sure I'm recording. God damn it, they've done it again. They turned off my personal recording of this show right now via remote control. They've been doing this for years. Patricia, hold on for just 1 second. I need to make sure that they are not currently hijacking my upload link to the cipher MD-5. This is just standard protocol for these people, all right? Back in 2001, all right? Let me tell you a story. 9/11, 2001. Where am I? New York, all right? What do I have a premonition of? Buildings falling. What do? Get the hell out of there. Who do I call? No, not the Ghostbusters, you idiot. I call NASA, all right? What does NASA say? We knew it was happening. Now, paint us some photorealistic CGI. Okay, I think everything for now is okay. I've made sure I've set it to record. I have a backup auto record, okay? On my cell phone, I've got Jeff and Jeremy and James and Jimmy and everyone else. They're also simultaneously recording this. We're doing a simulcast, okay? It was this being simulcasted around the flat earth right now because what we need is a scientific method trip across Antarctica, 6 ships, 600 miles, 666 people, and we need to go, and we're gonna gamble in Vegas odds, and we're gonna bet who thinks the earth is flat and who thinks that it's a ball. And if the ball people are right, then, well, then you were right all along, weren't you? Now you're gonna make some money. Congratulations. But if it's flat, as I knew it was, God damn it. They shut off the recording again. Patricia, bear with me for a second. The remote control hijacking my technology again, as usual.
Do any of you have any idea what this is? Who's he supposed to be? Why would you do this on video?
NASA, the government, the chemtrails. Yesterday, they put chemtrails inside my apartment. Now, Patricia, listen to me. They spray chemtrails now, targeted trajectory projectile chemtrails into your apartment, okay? They can float it in through the ventilation system, through the centralized heating and air cooling systems of any house, flat, apartment, condo, or other localized dwelling, and they can target you infrared, oxy, big words, NLP, chemtrails, flat earth, cell phone, and art. I'm an artist, right? See, what they don't understand is that I'm an artist, all right? I'm a real guy, okay? I'm just a regular everyday guy, okay? Sometimes I do gay shit in Hollywood, okay? Sometimes I'm in comedy shows where I expose the flat earth, okay? Sometimes I do interviews in a manic style to discredit everyone. And sometimes there's a chemtrail coming in my window right now. Hold on a second, Patricia. I got a phone call coming in, and I gotta take this, all right? Hello? I can't hear you. Yeah, look, listen, I can't hear you, and it doesn't matter, okay? Because when you have a conversation with Matt Powerland, you might as well have a conversation with yourself, okay? Because I don't stop talking, because I got a lot to say, and you got a lot to listen to. So you better buck up and just get ready to have your ear chopped off like Van Gogh. You got that? You do got it. Good, you got that? As long as you got that, you better just stay on the phone for a bit longer, because you know what they're doing out there? They're putting chemtrails in my soda, they're putting electromagnetic waves through my car. So when I got, look, I was out painting a woman's body, okay, for my art, as I do, and there were electromagnetic chemtrails inside my paint, all right? I transferred the electromagnetic chemtrails from the paint through her pores into her skin, and she has now become my MK Ultra sex slave. That's what they put in the chemtrails, okay? You think the chemtrails are there to implant Monsanto seeds into the ground or something? No, come on. Chemtrails is all about electromagnetic manipulation of your inner brain cells so that they can create a complete Illuminati-controlled slave, all right? I've got 5 of them in my basement right now as proof, okay? I treat them quite well. I actually saved them, of course. I'm only keeping them in my basement as proof that the chemtrail, electromagnetic, paint conspiracy is real, and I'm gonna blow the lid off that. You don't even know the difference between a photo and a painting, okay? So take it from me. I'm a painter. I'm a working man, all right? I just happened across, I started this flat earth movement. I did. I started this movement. Listen, Patricia, really quick, I just need to tell you one more thing, all right? And bear with me because they've just shut off my recording once again. Remote control, hyper uplink. They're able to do it via satellite. No, wait, satellite's wrong. They don't do it by satellite. They say they do it by satellite. They really do it by hyper amalgamated, hypo. Sometimes I run out of big words, okay? I can't string them together, and I expect you to butt in to the interview at those moments, okay? When I'm talking, you shut up. But if I run out of big words in a string to say, regardless of whether they have meaning or not, that's your chance to come in. I'll let you say a sentence, maybe 2, max, until I think of my next diatribe, and then you better get ready to listen, because that's your place. Know your place in the Flat Earth movement. Leader, you. Follower, okay? So listen, yeah? You want to know about Flat Earth? You all need to become better listeners, okay? You need to listen to me talk. I got a lot to say, and you got a lot to listen to, all right? Because I started this movement, and you want to be part of it? You better get ready to listen to me. Art.
Okay, so I've never really run into Matt Powerland, but Rory apparently has, and has a little video on him. So I'm going to show a little clip of that video. This is going to be Matt Powerland talking about how he started Flat Earth as a joke, and all these Johnny-come-latelys in Flat Earth are using his material without paying him a copyright. So it's going to be an interesting conversation. But as a side note, let's see how well Eric did imitating this guy. So here you go.
A lot of people won't know who this is. This is Math Powerland, and we'll pay you for that. So that's what he does here. So maybe it's a real confession, or maybe it's not. Who knows?
Callan Clark, I will sue you because you contacted me to get approval for me to be in your film, And I was smart enough to send you conditions because I thought you were just going to use me to make money off my likeness while you try to humiliate me and actually just manipulate the edit.
Okay, now if you saw the movie or the video Beyond the Curve, you'll see that this gentleman was involved with it early on. The film directors had contacted him, and he demanded that if he was going to be in the film, he had to get a financial stake in the film. He needed a payment up front. He needed to be in a certain percentage of the video, and he needed to have creative control over the final product in the editing room. They opted not to accept his conditions. But let's listen to the rest of what he has to say.
Take things out of context. You're an idiot, woman. You're an idiot. I'm a comedian. It was a comedy routine that was a treatment to push a film. Then these people came in and actually fucking believed it and took it hook, line, and sinker, and then went on the web. You violated an artist's copyright content, thinking it was real. And this goes to prove none of you know how your globe works. None of you are educated, not just in the United States, but all of London, all of England. So how do you like that? How do you like that? Little Canadian guy said, hey, you don't fucking know how your globe works. You don't even know how gravity works, but you say the word like God. You don't even know how God works, but that's a whole other piece of fiction and another piece of work. I will be suing you because you went and took my likeness and my art and my intellectual property, and then you used it out of context to slander me totally against the intention of my moral universe as an artist and an originator of the work, which is a violation of copyright, Mrs. Clark. I will serve you in your company. I will serve you. We will correct the navigation of this entire piece of work, this art piece. I'm an artist. I painted the globe. I then went and challenged everybody's eyesight, whether they would know it's a photo or painting, and started the greatest existential debate the world has ever known in the last 500 years based on their reality. As a hyper-realist painter who's a comedian and a performer, you went and took the work via these fakes who are all infringing and violating my copyright. That's Rob Skiba. You use my talking points, Rob Skiba. I will get at your address. I will serve you. That's Mark Sargent. You use my talking points, twist it so you can get around it, but you still use flat earth. You still say that all the images of earth are paintings. This is all my routine. This is all photo or painting. You've repackaged it with this guy, Joseph Reel, alias whatever his name is, that works for this company called Metatron, but has a background in Warner Brothers, a Warner Brothers executive. Creates a character called Mark Sargent. Then gets together with this woman, Carolyn Clark, who claims to be the producer of Behind the Curve, but has another producer, O'Malley, behind it all along. Why would you attack a comedian who is just doing, a huge challenge on eyesight, whether people know the earth is a ball? Why would you attack him?
Well, so what's he saying? That the flat earth and his photorealistic paintings and the fact that people can't tell the difference between a photorealistic painting and a photo is a comedy routine? Was this started as a joke, as Rory says? I don't know. Why don't you go ahead and have a look at Rory's whole video? The address is right there. Let's see. Right there. Here we go. There's the whole address. So I'll see if I can put a link for it in there, but you go ahead and have a look at it and you decide if this is a joke or he actually believes in the flat earth. I think it's kind of funny, personally. But in any event, I think Eric did a pretty good job mimicking him. So we'll see what they have to say.
Jarenism. This recent arrival to the Flat Earth community began putting up high-quality YouTube videos in March 2015, asking people to donate to his Indiegogo campaign so that he could produce a book which would expose the greatest hoax ever sold, a book like the one I'd just published 5 months prior, without donations. Next, Jarenism suspiciously joined two of Asensi's shill forums, and at this point I also noticed Jaren defending and promoting the Jewish Holocaust nonsense and denouncing Hitler in his comments sections, all traits of a Zionist shill.
Or being a decent human being aware of history and what happened.
Giving him the benefit of the doubt, however, I noticed several of his newer videos were quite good and got word of his idea to record a laser experiment to disprove the Earth's supposed curvature. Jaren set up a second donation page, this time with GoFundMe, where he began taking donations not only for his Flat Earth Experiments wish list, this time with GoFundMe, where he began taking donations not only for his Flat Earth Experiments, but also for a wish list including not only a telescope, laser, computer software and hardware, but also the kicker, to help pay off the mortgage on his house. Once others had already donated his telescope and laser, he put out the call for $200 more that he needed to secure a professional videographer for 2 hours to film the event. Being the enthusiastic flat earth missionary I am, seeing what I'd hoped was another genuine truther in need, and hearing him assure us in the video that he would complete successful test runs before hiring the videographer, I decided to donate the entire $200 to Jaren. Right around this time, he finally joined IFERS and introduced himself, saying he owed Eric Dubé a lot for allowing me to open my mind to the point that is needed to see the deception that currently plagues the world. This was quite strange, considering he'd never contacted me or joined my forum before now, admitted to having never read a single page of the forum, and yet he was already registered and posting on two of my sworn enemy Asensi's shill forums.
So let me get this straight, Eric. He played into your ego and took you for $200. He got on your forum from your sworn enemies forum. Wonder if he's a plant. But in any event, you didn't catch on to any of this, and you still sent him the $200? All right, let's go see how far he takes you.
Next, Jaren decided to criticize IFER's strict policy of banning shills, then brings up and defends top shill Mark Sargent. As shown in the IFER's thread, Jarenism is a raging shill, even after reposting all the evidence I've compiled of Mark's lies and misinformation. Jaren still decided to side with Mark and further condemned IFERS for our strict policy of banishment. Soon, IFERS members started digging into Jaren's online history and found some very significant accusations of Bitcoin fraud. A website named JarenCampanilla.com was created by a man accusing Jaren of scamming, extortion, blackmail, and personal defamation. Upon receiving word of what we had dug up on IFERS, Jaren completely flipped out, and you can read his weak attempt at defending himself in the thread mentioned.
I think I may have to have a look at this little thread. Maybe I'll join the forum. I won't post, but I'll just join it to read it. That should be fun.
The laser video, due to poor planning and not completing a successful test prior to hiring the videographer,
and the fact that the Earth is a curved sphere, and he got the results that you would expect on a curved sphere.
Jaren ended up having to pay for a second day of filming, only to find that his laser dispersed into a 10-foot beam across the ocean, completely nullifying the results. You can hear him in interview with his new best buddy Mark Sargent acting like the laser experiment was some big success and trying to spin his side of the IFERS drama referenced above. He was also on the radio with Mark earlier that week, admitting that even though my profile logo shows a flat Earth map, I'm not actually 100% a flat earther. I'm just 100% sure the Earth is not a ball. Once again, a supposed leading flat earther stating on radio interviews that they're not even sure the Earth is flat.
Oh my goodness, you're not keeping with the narrative, man. You know, you don't know what it is, and that's where it stops. But you know it isn't flat, or you know it isn't a ball. Okay, half a second ago you just said you didn't know what it was, but now you know, still don't know what it is, but you know it's not a ball. That's called an argument from ignorance, my friend. So just keep it up. I'm sorry that he can't keep the party line going as you dictate it, but you know, at least he acknowledged the fact that the laser went over his head, and I think that's very interesting, don't you?
Hey everyone, it's Jaren from Jarenism here. Just reminding you to empty out your brain. There's
And
truth
pockets.
inside. And wanting to remind you to treat me better than you treat yourself. I mean, treat others better than you treat yourself. I heard that from Mark Sargent, and I really like it because it puts people in the mindset to literally treat me better than they treat themselves. So when I put a GoFundMe campaign up and I put my mortgage and everything else that I need to pay for this life on there, people will treat me better than they treat themselves. Please donate, please.
Crow777 is the YouTuber behind the Lunar Wave videos, promoted by the establishment Huffington Post and by top shill Mark Sargent in almost every interview he gives. Crow's entire channel is dedicated to his claim that a digital wavy line filmed with his high-tech cameras proves that the moon is not a natural luminary, but rather a holographic projection. This is just like how David Icke says a bunch of great stuff, then writes a whole book saying the moon is a hollow spaceship piloted by reptilian aliens who control humanity with mind control moonbeams. These agents purposely poison the well and muddy the waters to obfuscate the truth, which is that the moon is natural and not a hologram, no matter how many times Mark and Crow say so.
Well, actually, those wavy lines by the moon on photographs are just basically artifacts from compression when it goes to the JPG format. If you look at the actual high-resolution images, they're not there. There's an excellent video done by Greater Sapien that demonstrates this. He takes a high-resolution photograph, compresses it, and produces those very same artifacts. He calls them historicals in the video, but I've been informed that they're actually just called artifacts. Well, that's about it for this one. I'm looking forward to the next episode where he's going to start off with Patricia Steer, and I really can't wait to see what he has to say about her. But this has been a fascinating insight into the mind of Eric Dubay. He is extraordinarily egotistical. He's quite paranoid, or at least that's the way he looks to me. And he has some very interesting ideas. Now, one thing that I really don't like is the ugly side of Eric Dubay is coming out, the anti-Semitic Holocaust denier, Hitler admirer. He actually berated people for claiming the Holocaust was real and that Hitler was a bad person. Well, I guess he'll berate me too because I feel the same way. So, this is Bob the Science Guy signing out from Northern Michigan. We'll see you for the next episode. Thanks for stopping by, and make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. Take care, guys.
This rabbit hole's too deep for me. Feel my brain getting real sore.